Hey, welcome back, guys. We're going to be putting the timing chain housing cover on. The reason why we're not doing the oil pan next is because I'm going to be sending that out to have a baffle put in. I'll show you a video on that later on. And it really doesn't matter whether we put the timing chain housing on it first, or the cover rather, or the oil pan. You can do either one to finish it up. But we got 22 bolts to hold this cover on, and 3 nuts. So we have some studs here, and these studs help locate the gasket. And this gasket's like an aluminum frame with a silicone sealer bond, sealing layer bonded to it. And you can reuse these, and as long as they're not chewed up or anything. And they have a little metal insert in here where the bolts go to help keep you from over tightening them, to keep from squishing the gasket. And even though that's in there, we're still not going to take any chances. We are going to be using a torque wrench to torque these down. These get torqued to 106 inch-pounds. And then of course we have our cover here. So one thing we want to make sure we do, because it's kind of hard to do this once the motor's together, is we want to put a nice coating of sealant on the front main seal. I've already put that main seal in, so we're just going to squirt a little bit around here, like so. And whoop, dropping some. Spread that around. I want a nice coat of sealant or lubricant on that, because when the motor starts, I don't want this to run dry. That's for sure. And get my rag here, and everything on the outside we're just going to wipe off. Don't need any on the outside there. Get this off the floor. But I can't stand grease on the floor. You step in it and then you just walk it everywhere. Okay, so really no wrong way to put this on. It'll only go on one way. And here we go. We're going to line the dowels up on the bottom, and that are in the block, and also the studs. And here we go. Installed, almost. So we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to use the drill driver here. And the reason is because there's just so many of these on there. Now we're going to set the clutch on that and on a really low torque setting, so we don't accidentally over torque them. And it's not the gasket I'm really worried about, because it has those little compression sleeves in there to keep from over tightening them, but I don't want to distort this housing. That would be a catastrophic event. You can see the studs here that help hold this center gasket in place. Keeps it from shifting around so that it's easier to put together. It's easier as a relative term. And if you've ever changed the gather up the rest of the bolts here. If you've ever changed the timing chain, or done any kind of service on the front of the motor, like had to change the water pump, with these later models, you actually have to pull this off in order to change and put the motor in time, and pull the timing chain and the tensioner off. So you have to pull the damper and the front motor mount and all that. If you've ever done that with it in the car, I will tell you, doing it this way is a lot easier. A lot easier. So you just gradually work our way around. You can see it just seems like you're putting screws in for forever, but patience. So there we go. I'll make sure that's up on that dowel so it's not shifted. Same thing on this side. Yep, we're looking good. Okay, and I think we got one. All right, now sure that's up in the dowels. And change the torque setting on this. You can see it barely have to hold it in order for the clutch to slip. And you can do this by hand. I'm just doing it this way just because it's a little easier, a little quicker for the video. So I wanted to get these ones down here, a couple of these, just to make sure the covers line up with these little dowels in the housing. And then we're going to work from the center outward. There. And then we'll just get a little tighter there. There might be a little bit of dirt on the threads inside the housing there. That one there didn't want to go in, but we'll fix that. Just work it around. And it's a little tough to use this while it's in the car. It's about impossible. Okay, now we're going to very patiently start in the center and go around. And we'll get a nice click on each one. And there's the one that had maybe a little bit of dirt in the thread. So ratchet that in. There's another one there that was like that too. Just enough resistance to resist the clutch there. It's almost no resistance now. But we'll just finish tightening that. There we go. And you have to run through these a few times actually. That one there was a little quick. There, came up quick. You have to run through these a few times because as you tighten them up, it pulls the cover in and it'll take some of the torque off. For instance, if you start here and start tightening, by the time you come back around, this one here, because these two have been tightened, this one here will loosen up a little bit. So this other one here might have been a little bit of sealant or dirt on the thread there. Get that in real quick. Now, how do you keep track of which ones you've done and which ones you haven't? I like to just start with the stud and go around until I come back to that stud. So we're going to start with the stud here. I'll show you what happens here once we get these tightened down. As we come around again, we'll get a little bit more torque out of them. So what you do is just keep going around in circles until you get a consistent torque reading on it. And that, oh, and there came up quick. There we go. Don't like to come up on that. There we go. Don't like to come up on the torque real fast like that. Just want to take our time. After we get it in the car, these two bolts down here in the housing, I don't know if you remember that from that one video where we put the housing on, those will have to come out because there'll be things mounted on that, you know, different lower engine mounts and whatnot, and that's okay. But they're in there now to help torque the housing to the motor and keep it or make sure the sealant sets, sealant that we put on those gaskets. we're back to the first one. So let's start in the middle again. And nothing on that one. These seem to be torqued pretty evenly. Got a little bit of a turn out of that one. Not much out of that one. I had a little bit of a turn out of that. And these all seem to be doing pretty good. So I guess it would all depend. I'm just going to go all the way around again. I did get a little bit of a turn out of a couple of them. Probably wouldn't make too much of a difference, but always want to double check our work. I get a little bit of a turn out of that one. Tiny little bit. That's it. And that is it. So next time you tune in, we will we'll be putting the oil pan on, and I'll show you the baffle that we're going to be putting in the oil pan. And here it is here. We got it cleaned up pretty decently, not too bad. Basically, we're going to be just adding a piece across here. This side here is really close to the windage tray, so there's really nothing you can do with this side. The windage tray comes down like this, and the issue is because if you're doing circle track racing, turning left all the time, the oil can get pushed to this side, especially if it's a bigger track, and it can actually move the oil out of the sump area. So the idea is we're just going to add a little bit of a lip here, nothing crazy. We don't have to cover it up to here or anything like that. I want oil to be able to drain back in relatively easily, but I don't want it to slush out very easily. And the I guess you could put something in there with little gates and everything, so the oil would slosh onto it. It would close the gate, but the gate would open and let the oil roll past. But if you notice over here on the factory side, we have a little lip here, and this is just to help with oil control. So you can see it has a couple notches there to let it drain back, but as the oil would slosh around, this is on the front of the motor, so during heavy braking, the oil would slosh forward. It could get up under the crankshaft, or it climb up the walls here and evacuate the sump area. So they put this little lip here to keep the oil down near the sump. So basically what we're going to be doing, nothing crazy, just something like this, but over here. Just a nice little lip over here. And we'll show you that whenever it's done. The guy who's doing it, he's a real good machinist, and he'll be able to weld the piece in there without any trouble. So hopefully you've been following along, but if you don't mind hitting the like and subscribe down below, I would appreciate it. And if you want to, you can even leave a comment. Thanks guys, see you next time.